Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is on hair extensions, wigs, salons, and negative energy. How these things can affect us and affect our mood. There is a trend going on with hair extensions, wigs, and all these things. Women now want longer hair and more natural. So someone asked me in reference to this and also going to a beauty parlor. I will start with the hair extension. As you know, negative energy can attach itself to anything. I mean, clothing, headscarf, hat. I'm one, and I mentioned this in another video that I did. I'm the type of person that I cannot wear anything that someone else has worn. I am extremely sensitive to energy. If I go to a store, I'm going to try on some shoes. Once I touch them, I can tell if someone already tried them on. Same with the clothing. If someone wears my clothes, I am not going to wear them ever again. My kids know this, so they do not wear or share my clothes. So in reference to hair extensions, a lot of people don't know this. But if you're wearing somebody else's hair on your head, you're going to be affected by any negative energy, by any negative emotions that this person was experiencing in their life. If this person was a moody person, an angry person, if this person has some negative energy attached to them, if this person experienced any heartache or any physical disease, you are going to experience via energy these symptoms. So once you put on a wig of natural hair that belonged to someone else, you're going to be transformed. Now, if that person was a happy person and had a blessed life, lucky for you. But most of the people that sell the hair is for a reason. So what happens when you wear these hair extensions? You're absorbing these energies from other people. When you wear these wigs of natural hair, you're absorbing the energies. Whatever energy was it positive or negative, you're going to absorb it. And you have to understand that negative energy is extremely easier to attach itself to you. So I tell everyone to be very careful when wearing wigs and wearing these extensions, because you're absorbing whatever issues that person had. Let's say if this person had a very troublesome life or sad life, you're going to start feeling those emotions. If you have put some hair extensions on, which those are the ones that last, I think a month? I don't know. I'm not sure because I've never worn them, so I do not know. But these emotions are going to be transferred to your aura, to your energy. So you're going to start feeling what this person felt. There might be times when you wear a wig or hair extensions and you start feeling sad all of a sudden. And it's because you're absorbing that other person's energy. Remember, these hairs were on that person's head all their life. If this person was experiencing any psychic attack or negative energy or any health issues, you're going to start feeling those symptoms. I remember an experience I had. I was going to Miami and I went in New York to 125th Street where they braid your hair. I had shoulder length hair and I wanted some braids. And I remember that it took, I think, about 4 or 5 hours to do the braids and then add the extensions. I do not know what was wrong with this person that was doing my braids. But I am not lying to you. I had to get up about every 5 minutes to go to the bathroom, because I would start feeling my spirits and I thought I was going to be mounted right there and then. And I started feeling energy just flowing through my head, and I would have to tell her to stop, go to the bathroom and put some cold water on my neck, on my face. And I was like, God, what in the world is going on here? Because the girl just kept talking to somebody else, and she was doing my hair. But there were some issues in her life, and I was feeling each and every one of them. So it took me, I believe, like 4 or 5 hours to get this braids done. And when I came out of there, I was feeling like if I was going crazy. I had to take 2 Motrins. My head was hurting because of the braids, because they were tight, but also the energy. I was just feeling uncomfortable, but I didn't want to take them off. So I left them on. Then after a while, I removed them and I decided to go back. I thought about going back and doing the braids again, but I had totally forgotten the experience I had that first time. And when I said that, the same thing happened. It was a different person, but the same thing happened. I started feeling uncomfortable. I had to get up. I felt like if I had a heaviness on the back of my neck, and as if someone was there just telling me get up and run. I just felt like getting up from that chair and running out. I mean, I couldn't take it. And from that moment on, I decided to never again do extensions on my hair because the experience was just horrible, incredibly horrible. It was not real hair, it was synthetic that she was putting on my hair, but I was picking up her energy. And this also brings me to answer that question of that subscriber that asked me. Her mother told her to be careful that someone could take away your gift when you go to a salon. One thing I like to specify to you, no one can take away what God has given you. Your gift, your spiritual guides are yours. The only way that they can leave you is if you don't tend to them, if you don't take care of them. That is the only way they distance themselves from you. But they will not leave you, ever. You will not feel them, you will not hear them, you will not sense them or communicate with them, but it's your own fault. It's because you have neglected them. It's not because anyone has taken them away from you. But if you do continue to not take care of your guardian angel and your spiritual guides, yes, someone can start taking care, not of your guardian angel, but your spiritual guides, and just lure them away from you. But any time that you choose to call them back into your life, it will take you time and effort, but you can bring them back into your life. You can start working with them again. So that being said, if you go to a salon, the only thing that can happen is if that person had a bad day, if that person is irritable or has some bad energy, yes, it can be transferred to you. I also had another experience where I used to go do my hair in New York. I remember I went one morning to do my hair, and the girls washing my hair, and I started feeling just so irritated, so annoyed and angry out of nowhere. And then I heard her talking on the phone, and it was because she had some problems with her boyfriend, some issues, and she was transferring all that anger, all that energy on me. And I was on the receiving end of this negative energy. And it upset me in a way, personally, because I feel that you should never take your personal problems to your work. If you're going to be working with clients, leave your personal problems at home. Deal with it when you go home. But do not transfer that negative energy. Everyone knows about energy. Do not transfer that negative energy to your clients. So yes, this can also be transferred. If the person's angry, if the person comes to work in a bad mood, it can be transferred to you. They're touching your head. And this is the most sensitive part of our body, our head, the crown of our head and our neck. This is where we absorb everything. So you're going to be leaving out of there with that dump in your aura. It's like they dumped everything on you. So yes, you have to be very careful with that. And if you're going to a barber, if you're going to a hairstylist, analyze that person's energy. Person's action says a lot about who they are and how they express themselves. And mind you, this person that I used to go to was very religious, but I mean, something happened, something went wrong there, that she totally threw the book out the window. But it is very important. If you go to a place to do your hair and you start feeling uncomfortable when the person touches you, because you'll feel it immediately, this is something that you feel immediately, don't go back. Just don't go back. Or you know what? Get up and leave. Get up and leave and tell the person right there and then, you know, I'm sorry, but I feel uncomfortable. You're arguing or you're in a bad mood and you're dumping all that on me. So these things are very important for you to be careful. Because like I said, everything is energy. Anyone touches you and they're in a bad mood, you're going to absorb that energy. And with wigs and hair extensions, people do not know that. And there's this big trend, all these women putting hair extensions. You have to be very careful. I mean, if you have to sage it. But it's very difficult for you to remove energy from natural hair. Why? Because it has this person's DNA in it. It's very difficult for you to even try to remove that print from that person, from that hair. I also believe they use horses' hair as extensions and wigs. So imagine if that animal went through any suffering, believe it or not, you're going to feel it. Many of you have probably heard of transplant patients that when they receive an organ from another person, either they start having dreams or they start experiencing certain things and started feeling an inspiration for what that other person liked while they were alive. And this is because they have absorbed that person's energy and DNA. Imagine an organ that has been with us our entire life since our birth. It has an entire connection to us. So when this transplant takes place, this person, something within this person is going to change. It's obvious that it's going to change, whether it's their thoughts, feelings, or emotions. Something is going to shift within that person. So connecting those two things together, it gives you an understanding of that, the hair extensions and wigs and so forth. So when you buy synthetic wigs, I suggest you take sage and just sage it and put your own intention on it. You understand? Because people go to places and they try on the wigs. But when you are wearing natural hair, understand that you are absorbing that person's energy. If you, after you wear it, you start feeling any sort of way, then it might be that you are absorbing that person's emotions and feelings. So just something that us women should take into consideration when wearing hair extensions and wigs, and anything in general that has belonged to somebody else. I never wear anyone's hats. I never put anything on my head that belonged to somebody else. And it's because of this reason. So when you go to a hair salon, study the person and see their energy, how it feels. If it's a person that's always in a good mood, not everybody's always in a good mood, but if it's a person that, I mean, at least is trying to be in a good mood, and just go by what you feel when the person places their hand over your head. And when you wear extensions, also be careful and be observative of how it makes you feel and how you change. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Do not forget to share and subscribe to my channel. I love you all. God bless you, and love and light.